Like, I never want to push them, and I want them to listen to their hunger cues. So if they sit down and they're not hungry, I'm not going to push them to eat, but I will let them know they can't just go and get candy or a treat without eating the actual meal. So I would focus on protein first.
Welcome to the Dr. Ashley Show.
Welcome to the Dr. Ashley Show. I'm Dr. Ashley, and today I've got Lisa with us in the studio. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Lisa is a certified PhD consultant and is our office leader and team leader in our PhD Weight Loss Asheville location. So thank you for being here. And I'm excited because today we are going to answer all of the questions that you guys have left in the comments. So if you are watching this on YouTube, or even if you're listening to this on a podcast platform, come over to YouTube and drop your questions in the comments, because every so often we accumulate them and bring them here and answer. So today we're going to be talking about the topic of healthy choices for kids. So what's our first question?
Do you have some suggestions for healthier candy or what to give our children or grandchildren for the different holidays?
Yeah, that is tough. I would say candies without dyes. I would avoid Skittles and all of the things that have dyes and high fructose corn syrup in there. I would try to moderate their sugar, but give them cleaner sugar when possible. The Black Forest organic gummy bears, maybe fruit leathers made of real fruit. When you're looking at the ingredients, again, making sure that maybe 4 or 5 ingredients max and that you can pronounce them all and you know what they all mean. Giggles is a brand that has organic Skittles with no dyes or corn syrup or preservatives. Yum Earth is the brand of that which sells Giggles. And then I would try to have them eat protein first. So before they have any kind of sugar, be like, okay, that's great. Let's have some beef jerky. Or, if you know sugar is coming and they're going to an Easter egg hunt or something, let's eat some protein-based lunch first and then go for the candy. If you're trying to avoid sugar altogether, then Smart Sweets is a brand that is pretty good that my kids enjoy once in a while.
So it is true that you should finish your chicken before you have your dessert,
It's
right?
true.
Okay. Good to know. My mom was right. All right. Second one is, what are some key components of a balanced diet for children? And how can parents ensure they are incorporating in all necessary nutrients into their child's daily meals?
I would treat our kids' diet just like ours, and I would focus on protein first. They don't need, obviously, as much protein as we do. Our protein needs actually increase as we age, but they still do need it. So I would give their meats first, and then I would give them their veggies next, and then fruit follows. So with my daughter, Pema, she is 5 years old. If I give her everything on the plate, then she's going to eat the carbs and the fruit and drink her water, and then she gets to the protein and she's like, Mom, I'm just not hungry. And then we have to sit there and say, that's fine, but if you want to eat your treat after dinner, then you're going to need to finish your protein. But if you're not hungry, I don't want you to eat. Like, I never want to push them, and I want them to listen to their hunger cues. So if they sit down and they're not hungry, I'm not going to push them to eat, but I will let them know they can't just go and get candy or a treat without eating the actual meal. So I would focus on protein first. They don't need juice. They really don't need cow's milk. It's not necessary, but if you are really loving cow's milk for one reason or another, I would encourage whole milk over skim milk.
All right. So what are some healthy snacks? Options for children that can be included in their school lunch boxes, and even some great after-school snacks that are both nutritious and satisfying.
So my kids like hard-boiled eggs with salt. They like salami pieces with cheese. They really love pistachio nuts, sometimes the ones that they need to shell. Sometimes they like them shelled. They like the Fage or Faye, however you like to pronounce it. Those yogurt cups are pretty great. They like kefir pouches. My daughter enjoys carrots and hummus, and then I'll usually give her some salami with it. They like ants on a log, and usually I would give some deli meat, some good quality deli meat with it. Again, salami, olives. Pema really loves olives. Apples and peanut butter is great. Macadamia nuts and maybe some dried fruit that doesn't have additional sugar on it. We really enjoy carnivore snacks. They're so good. They are expensive, but they are delicious. So sometimes we'll get the beef sliders and they'll bring those to lunch. We have a sous vide machine that we got for Christmas, and we'll stick a tri-tip in there, a big tri-tip overnight, and then we'll just slice it really thin so they'll eat that. They like the Honest hot dog brands. They'll eat those. If they do potato chips, we usually get the Boulder brand that's cooked in avocado oil. Sometimes we'll just make chicken breasts and slice up chicken with berries. My 10 and 11-year-old now feel very independent because they can make a scrambled egg. So sometimes it will be as simple as that, and they'll eat it because they're proud of their creation.
I think a scrambled egg was the first thing I ever cooked for myself as well. Mm-hmm. It was my go-to snack, and it still is.
That's right. Stuck with you. Hey, really quickly, if you're interested in hydrating yourself optimally and want to do it in an efficient and effective way, I created an Electrolyte Plus mix just for that. It's called Dr. Ashley's Electrolyte Plus. Creative, I know. And it's crafted with essential electrolytes, vitamins, and minerals for maximum absorption. With patented forms of zinc and vitamin C, it supports immune and adrenal function. Plus, chromium picolinate regulates healthy blood sugar levels while helping to curb those cravings. Say goodbye to headaches and fatigue. Visit drashleywellness.com and use code Ashley10 for 10% off your first purchase or 20% off your first subscription order with free shipping. Plus, enjoy 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, back to the episode.
All right. So many children are reluctant to eat vegetables. Mm-hmm. What are some creative strategies or recipes that can make vegetables more appealing to kids?
Well, the first thing is to continue to expose your kid or grandkid to the food. Just because they say no the first time doesn't mean that at time 200 that they're going to like it. Really, research does show that you have to expose a child to a food 8 to 15 times before they actually like it. And I swear with you, with Pema, we had to introduce broccoli to her probably 200 times. That's where I got that number from. And then just one day she started eating it and really loved it. Also recognizing that all of your kids or grandkids are different. So Pema will eat mushrooms and the kids will not. The boys will have cucumbers, but she won't eat it. But I always offer and I always put a little bit on their plate, maybe if it's just one mushroom so that we don't waste it. I also make sure to load it up with butter and salt and make it as delicious as possible, or with cheese. Any kind of dip that they might like, even if it's ketchup or a honey mustard or a mayo. Pema really likes mayonnaise, and so I will give her mayo. I get the avocado oil based, and she'll dip stuff in it. I really don't care how they eat it. She also really loves salad, so I'll take romaine lettuce with a blue cheese dressing and pour Parmesan cheese over it, and she will eat the whole thing. There was a phase, and I don't do this as much anymore, but I would grate zucchini or carrots and I would mix that into like a beef patty or a meatball because they don't necessarily see that, and it makes it taste more tender, I think. When I would make macaroni and cheese, I would put bits of cauliflower in it, though with that, they kind of can feel that, and all that would be left are the little bits of cauliflower, but I think they got some in there. Making cauliflower mashed potatoes, or if they really love regular mashed potatoes, maybe adding some of the cauliflower mash to it and making a mixture.
I was raised with cheese on my vegetables, and the older I got, the less cheese there was on there. So
yeah,
great strategy.
That's right.
Out there.
Yeah, whatever works.
All right. I think that's our last question.
Okay, great. Well, thanks you guys so much for these great questions. If you're listening to this on a podcast platform, please leave a review. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please drop your questions below in the comments so we can add to our Q&A for next time. And if you enjoyed this, please subscribe because it helps us impact more people in a positive way. Remember, you've got to step up to make the change. Lead with your heart, train your mind, and do not negotiate with your body. I'll see you next time.